Okay, hello viewers, see you again on our channel. In this video, we will look at the difference in specifications between the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus and the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V. Of course, these two cell phones have different release intervals because the Galaxy S24 Plus released in January 2024, while the Xperia 1 Mark V launched in July 2023. Enter the first sector, the design and body material section. For the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus, it has a shorter design because it still uses a screen with an aspect ratio of 19.5:9 with a flat screen and thin bezels on all sides. Meanwhile, the Xperia 1 Mark V is still the same as its predecessor, implementing a screen design with an aspect ratio of 21:9, with thin side bezels and a slightly thicker top and bottom bezel for the camera and speakers. And as for the material, the screen protection for both is protected with Gorilla Glass Victus 2, and is different on the back. The Galaxy S24 Plus also uses Gorilla Glass Victus 2, while the Xperia 1 Mark V uses Gorilla Glass Victus. And on the frame side, both use the same metal material. The difference is that the Samsung has certified Armor Aluminum 2 frames with tougher drop and scratch resistance. Meanwhile, in terms of dimensions, the Xperia 1 Mark V has a smaller width but is thicker and also lighter. As for the results, you can judge for yourself because it depends on your individual tastes too. Continue to the screen section. On the screen, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus has a size of 6.7 inches, Dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2X with QHD Plus resolution. Meanwhile, the Xperia 1 Mark V has a smaller 6.5-inch OLED screen with QHD Plus resolution. And for the refresh rate, both are the same at 120 Hz. Meanwhile, for maximum brightness, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus is at 2600 nits, which is far above the Xperia 1 Mark V, which is only 1000 nits. But for pixel density, the Xperia 1 V is superior at 643 ppi, while the Galaxy S24 Plus is at 513 ppi. And in terms of results, in our opinion, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus screen is superior. What stands out most is the type of screen and also the brightness, and everything else is the same. Platform section. At the initial OS launch, the S24 Plus already had Android 14, with UI 1 UI 6.1 with a guarantee of getting 7 updates, which means it could reach Android OS 21. Meanwhile, the Xperia 1 Mark V, at the initial launch, was on Android 13, which can now be updated to Android 14, with a guarantee of 2 software updates. For RAM and storage, both have a capacity of 12 GB, with 256/512 GB storage, and both also use LPDDR5X type RAM. However, the storage type is different. The Samsung S24 Plus is superior with UFS 4.0, and the Xperia is still UFS 3.0. Performance part. For chipset, S24 Plus provides 2 kinds of versions. Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for USA, Canada, and China. Meanwhile, the international version uses their own chipset, namely, the Exynos 2400, which is the same with a 4nm fabrication. And on the Xperia 1 Mark V side, it carries the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, with a fabrication of 4nm too. So, for performance, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus dominates. Rear camera section. For the rear camera, the Galaxy S24 Plus has 3 camera lenses. The main camera has 50 MP OIS resolution, uses a Samsung ISOCELL GN3 sensor, with a pixel size of 1 micron. 10 MP OIS telephoto lens, with pixel size 1 micron, 3x optical zoom, as well as 12 MP as an ultra-wide lens. For the Xperia 1 Mark V, it is also equipped with 3 camera lenses. The main camera has resolution 48 MP OIS, Sony IMX888 sensor, with a pixel size of 1.12 micron. Telephoto resolution is 12 MP OIS, 3.5x 5.2x continuous optical zoom, and 12 MP as an ultra-wide lens. And for video recording, the Xperia 1 Mark V is capable of recording videos at resolution 4K at 120 frames per second, and on the Galaxy S24 Plus up to 8K resolution at 30 FPS. In our opinion, the results depend on your individual tastes. If you prefer something instant, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus could be your choice thanks to its support for AI intelligence. Meanwhile, for those of you who like photography or videography, the Xperia 1 Mark V might be suitable for you thanks to software support such as Photo Pro, Video Pro and also Cinema Pro. And on the front, both have the same resolution, namely 12 MP with the same video recording at 4K resolution at 60 FPS. Then, in the battery section. For capacity, the Galaxy S24 Plus is at 4,900 mAh with 45 wired fast charging. Meanwhile, the Xperia 1 Mark V has a capacity of 5,000 mAh with lower fast charging, namely 30 wired. And both are also supported by wireless charging. So on the battery side, we think it's balanced. In the audio and also security sections. For speakers, both are equipped with stereo speakers, and the 3.5mm jack port for the S24 Plus is not available, while the Sony Xperia 1V is available. For fingerprints, the S24 Plus uses an ultrasonic fingerprint display, and the Xperia 1 Mark V uses an inside fingerprint, which is located on the right side. Enter the connectivity section. Both networks are clearly 5G, NFC is available, Wi-Fi is also version 6E, and USB is version 3.2. The S24 Plus supports DisplayPort 1.2, and the Xperia 1V supports video output. And additionally for Bluetooth, both are also the same, namely version 4.3. Lastly, conclusion. In terms of design, in our opinion it depends on your taste, and in our opinion Xperia 1 Mark V has a design that is essentially different from other cell phones. And for performance, the Galaxy S24 Plus has higher specifications. And for the camera, it also depends on your taste, whether you want instant or professional. Okay, maybe that's all we can say. If there are errors we will revise them in the comments column or description column. Thank you.